Are you a STEM student at YSU and you've had a lot of your classes and laboratories move online thanks to COVID? Well, today the YSU American Chemical Society will walk you through Ward Beecher Hall, which is basically the hub for all things chemistry, biology, and physics at YSU.
My name is Eleni. I am a physics and astronomy major, and I will be giving you a tour of the second floor of Ward Beecher Hall. Right now I'm standing outside the main entrance right next to the Ward Beecher Planetarium behind Maud Library, and a really easy landmark for finding this entrance is the Ward Beecher Planetarium sundial right here. So let's get started. So now I am inside the main entrance on the second floor of Ward Beecher Hall. As you can see behind me is the planetarium's main display case. Here is the universal penguin, a great landmark. And the first thing you'll notice when you come in the door is the planetarium entrance. So let's go check that out. So now we are inside the Ward Beecher Planetarium. And as you can see, it's set up kind of like a classroom. That's because there are gen ed classes that anyone can take in the planetarium. And also we have shows every weekend that are free and open to the public. Check out wbplanetarium.org for our schedule. So here is the main hallway where all of the physics and astronomy labs take place. There are labs on both sides of the hallway, and also most of the physics and astronomy professors' offices are in this hallway. At the end of the hallway is the department office, so we'll go check that out now. So here is the Pages Department Office. That stands for Physics, Astronomy, Geology, and Environmental Science. And here you can find the department chair, Dr. Sturris, and the department administrative assistant, Jill Mogg, who can answer any questions you might have. To my right is the main elevator of the building, and to my left is a stairwell that leads to the other entrance on this floor. Thank you for joining me on the second floor of Ward Beecher Hall. Next, Kira is going to show you the third floor.
Hi guys, my name's Kira. I'm the Vice President of ACS, and we're here at the Mosier side of Ward Beecher on the third floor. Come on in. Here we are inside of the main lobby of Ward Beecher. As we head up the stairs here, we have another exit where you can go straight through Ward Beecher and out to Maud Library. We also have our main lecture hall back there. That's where you'll have most of your big classes. We have bathrooms on the right there, men and women's. Then once we head this way, we have our vending machines. If you go a little further, this is where you get into that lounge that we walked by on the way in. Right here we have another staircase and exit to Ward Beecher, entrance exit. Goes up and down. Our elevator is hidden all the way in the back corner. And then on the left, there's a bunch of research labs. And to get to those professors, you have to call a phone to get to them. Then as we head back this way, we have Dr. Lemaire's lab. We have the Human Phys lab. We have all of your Gen Bio labs. If you head all the way to the end, you have another women's bathroom and another staircase that goes up, and you can exit to Maud Library that way or keep going up as high as you need.
Okay, so here we are on the fourth floor, and the fourth floor is mainly focused on biology, but it kind of serves as a hub for people passing through the building. So you can enter through either of these entrances. There's an entrance over here, facing Mosier in the center of campus, and then you have that Maud Library entrance. And so you'll meet a lot of other students who are just passing through the building or going up to another floor. There's a high chance you'll see them around here. So as you go down the hallway, you'll see a ton of lecture rooms for both biology and chemistry on either side of the hallway. So passing up the stairwell, we can find the kind of the secondary office for the Chemical and Biological Sciences Department. So this is where the biology department was before those two departments merged, along with forensics. But you can still find some staff in here who are always willing to help. So continuing on past the biology department office, we have this narrow corridor that leads down to one of the computer labs in Ward Beecher. So we have another one up on floor 5 that we'll see. And we have the one down this corridor. And so you'll find that this one here on the floor 4 is usually a lot more accessible than the one on floor 5. Floor 5 is usually locked, the computer lab. So as we continue on, you'll find some biology faculty offices And you'll also, of course, find the elevator that we saw on floor 3, which most students use to go up from floor 2 all the way to floor 6. And so at the end of this short arm of Ward Beecher, you can find the stairwell again that goes from floor 2 all the way up to floor 6. Okay, so here we are on the 5th floor of Ward Beecher. We just came up the north stairwell. And off on our right, we have a computer lab that's not generally open to most students, but for some classes, you'll be able to go in there and use the chemistry software. So off to our right, as we continue on down the hall, we have the ACS display, which we usually update a lot more than recently. And up here we have the chemistry faculty, so if you were curious what the faculty looks like, you can find it there. And on the right here we have the organic chemistry laboratory. So if you were taking OChem 1 or OChem 2, this is where you would take the lab. So right across from that we have the office for the Department of Chemical and Biological Sciences. The people here are super helpful. So if you ever need help scheduling classes or talking to a professor, you can find some help here. And so further on down, opposite the organic chemistry labs, you can find the quantitative analysis laboratory, which is basically the big class for analytical chemistry. A lot of chemistry and biochemistry students are required to take that course. To our left here, you can see we have the electron microscopy facility, and in there you can find the electron microscope and some other big fancy machines that most students don't actually use unless you're doing some chemistry research. And to our left right here, you can see the central staircase that goes all the way down to floor 3 and not to floor 2. And on the right, you can see some of our chemistry faculty offices. And just next to them, you can find the NMR spectroscopy lab. And that's used by a lot of organic chemists to identify what products they have, identify the purity of the product, and similar methods. Down this corridor here, you can find the physical chemistry laboratory. And you can also find some more niche tools such as X-ray crystallography that you usually don't use in your classroom, but are still very important for chemistry research. Okay, so further on down the hallway, we have a lot of research rooms, research laboratories, where you'll see a lot of chemistry faculty and graduate students doing research on their projects. And at the very end of the hallway, you can find the elevator that most students use. So there is another elevator, but it's mostly for the faculty and not for students. And on this short end of the hallway, or the short end of the building, we have a lot of chemistry faculty offices. So we had some down there, and there's some other ones on this side. And at the very end, you'll find the stairwell that we saw before on floor 4.
Hey, hi, I'm Alexia, and I'm majoring in chemistry with minors in biology and biomathematics. And today, I'm going to give you guys a quick skim of the 6th floor of Ward Beecher. This is generally where our general chemistry laboratories are held, and this is for chemistry for allied health sciences. Both of them are introductory courses to chemistry. And off to my left is a central stairway used by many students to get to their chem classes. And over on this side, this general area covers our biochemistry laboratories and our biochemistry instrumentation rooms, which we have 2 of. And in this small hallway, this is where our classrooms are held and some offices for professors. This is another common stairway students use. And over on this side is more offices for our professors that teach organic chemistry and quantitative analysis chemistry, and also some research labs. And in this area, this is where an elevator is and where students typically use that day to day. And that concludes the end of our quick skim. Thank you so much for walking with me today.